What is going on, chill investors? All right, guys, I want to make a really quick video, so I'm going to talk fairly fast, but I want to make sure you guys take this time right now to understand exactly what this indicator is telling you. If you can give it 5, maybe 10 at the max minutes, that is 5-10 minutes that you are going to go ahead and better yourself for the future of making money. Okay, so 5-10 minutes. Let's get into it. All right. So indicator, when you plug it in and set it up and everything, claim it on the WAP, put it onto your TradingView, go through the settings, and there's a separate video inside the WAP to go through that. But I want to explain exactly what this indicator is telling me and everything like that along the way. Okay. So the candle colors and what do they mean? They mean a company is overvalued or undervalued. Okay. You will have a legend here, light green, meaning you are entering this buy zone. As you can see, we're going into light green, bound. Now we're in neutral. We're in the buying zone, neutral. Okay, now we're getting into the real buying. Okay, so there's your light green. You are entering into a buying zone. Okay, yellow is an adding zone. Okay, adding is a lower value than entering, right? You're just entering the zone. Now you're in the zone, but you're in an adding opportunity. You're not in the buying zone. Buying zone will be this neon green color down here, okay? This is when you would be buying, meaning you'd probably buy a little more than, you'd buy 25% in the adding zone, maybe you do 10%, whatever it may be during your strategy. Just know that the neon green is more undervalued. As you can see, you're entering the selling zone, you hit a trim zone, and then here is like the dark red is the sell zone, okay? We haven't gotten that yet on ASTS recently, but we are entering into a sell zone. We should probably get some trim, maybe up here we get some sell, okay? So color coding is to know, hey, right here we are entering a sell zone, I probably shouldn't be looking to buy the company, right? Light green, okay, oh, yep, light green, we get it. We get a diamond. We're going to go over that in a second. We're on a trend line. Go ahead. We can, buy a little bit. Okay. So that's what those colors mean. These are telling you do not go chase something as you are approaching an oversold moment. And kind of the easiest way to explain it is what the RSI is. And the RSI basically tells you if something is oversold or overbought. Is it overvalued or undervalued? Okay. Well, that's what these colors are telling you. They're telling you the company is either overvalued or undervalued. And this is the time you want to buy companies when they're undervalued. Why would you want to give your money up here to the company when the risk reward's not there? So that's what the colors mean. Okay. The diamonds are momentum confirmations. Okay. You have 4, 5 diamonds. The green, just like before, green is better than the yellow, right? It's more undervalued. It's a better opportunity of momentum. So the green is better than the yellow. The orange right here is worse than the red. So red is better than orange, meaning that it's a stronger confirmation, meaning that momentum is, if you had a ceiling and a floor, right? The orange and the yellow ones are kind of like momentum's in the middle, crossing down or crossing up. And then the green and the red confirmations are as if the momentum has touched the floor and now is going up, or the red one is as if it touched the ceiling and now it's going down. Okay, so the orange and yellow are not as strong because the momentum hasn't really like completely died. It's still there, but it hasn't gone completely to the floor. So those are the color differences. Basically, the idea is the lighter the color or less vibrant the color, the softer the confirmation is, and then the deeper, richer the color is, the deeper the momentum is. So these are just confirmations, basically. Okay, and then they're going to tell you momentum is picking up, right? Here we are, momentum's picking up. You're going to go ahead and go. Momentum is dying down. Sure enough, here we are. Okay, momentum's dying down. You trim a little here, dying down, trim a little here. Okay, picking back up again. You can add, trim, add. Okay, now gray is neutral zone. Okay, momentum is dying down, and it is up to you whether or not you truly want to take that trim, but it's in the neutral zone. It's not oversold. It's not overbought. It's just, like you could do it if you are in a position where you're like, I'm way over leveraged. I need to, get some cash. Okay, well, there's a potential opportunity to go ahead and, sell some shares, get some better cash, right? But it is in the neutral zone. You don't need to follow. Same thing. Neutral zone, orange diamond. Sure enough, it went higher. This is why I ignore neutral zone diamonds, but I want them to be there for you guys to make your decisions whether or not you want to go ahead and protect yourself. Okay. Same thing, neutral zone yellow. You don't have to do anything. You can if you want, but you don't have to. Neutral zone yellow, neutral zone yellow, neutral zone yellow, neutral zone yellow. So I wouldn't have bought any of these, and then I would have bought this one. Okay. That's what the diamonds are. They're just momentum confirmation, okay? Telling you when you get up here in this trim zone and now you are going to get a confirmation to the downside, that is confirmation you should go ahead and trim, okay? The confirmation, though, aren't going to come in on the up day or the down day, right? Because the day before, momentum was going up. So why would it tell you momentum confirmation is now going down if the day was up? So how do I know that the timing is coming to a diamond's like getting there? Okay, well, you need to make sure you're not going to get a trim notification inside of a undervalued situation. Okay, the company's undervalued. At no point should you be selling the company. You should be waiting till a company is overvalued, or at least entering a sell zone to start thinking of selling a company. That's the goal. We don't want to sell too early. Too many people will see a run up happen and they think that's somewhat the top. Well, that's nowhere near the top. That's just neutral. We're just here. Okay, so how do we know this? We have the histogram down below, okay? And I'm just gonna make it bigger, okay? In the histogram, okay, these little blue white lines, this is the momentum, okay? So if you can see here, we are stair-stepping our way to more bullish momentum, but guess what? We are in the trim zone. So guess what? It doesn't give us a diamond. Now let's go to this one here, okay? We are getting closer, okay? And we went ahead and flipped to bullish while we're in an undervalued situation. Go ahead, okay? That is what this is telling us. This is the momentum, okay? Momentum's going down. Now we're going back up. It flipped. Sure enough, there's our diamond. Go ahead and run, okay? So that's how you can keep an eye on where the momentum is and where it is going. Now we added these divergence labels here so you can see that the divergence of it. And what is a divergence? Well, right here, the stock is going down, yet the momentum is going up, okay? If you can see this, momentum going up, right? It's trending up, yet during this time, the stock was going down. We go ahead and get our diamond and we go back up, okay? Because the momentum was carrying us that way. So we look for these divergences, okay? That's what those are telling you. The momentum of divergence is happening. Sure enough, same thing here. You had momentum going down, yet you had the price going up, okay? And we get that little dip, okay? So you can listen to divergences. You can see divergences will come in before the diamond comes in. So you can listen to those if you'd like. Do divergences play out 100% of the time? They do not, okay? The purple and orange one is just a MACD, okay? A normal MACD. Basically, when this crosses, that's going to become bullish. Sure enough, we go up. When this crosses to the downside, we go down, okay? So what you're waiting for is you're waiting for us to get into a buy zone. You're waiting to see momentum is shifting up, and you're waiting to see when this crosses. All those things happen, buy zone, momentum going up, and we cross. That's an opportunity. Same thing here. Price is going down, momentum is creeping up, right? You can see this is higher, this is lower than all three. So you can see going up, we have a divergence happening here where the price is going down, momentum's going up. Sure enough, we wait for our diamond, boom. Okay? That's what we're waiting for. Now, time frames go, okay? I'm going to be quick. When we're above this blue line, it's basically it's a 200-day moving average basically, but it's a slight buffer for it because a lot of market makers try to scoop everyone that has a stop loss at the 200-day moving average. So what do? We move our 200-day moving average just slightly down with an offset, okay? And as long as we stay above that, as long as your candle's high stays above that bar, we stay on the daily time frame, okay? If we go below this bar, for example, let's go to HIMS because I know that's a perfect example for this scenario, okay? As you can see, we went down below this bar, okay? But you got daily buys. Well, when we go below this bar, we don't stay on the daily time frame, we go to the weekly time frame, okay? And when I take a look here, okay, we don't have a weekly diamond yet. When's the last time we had one? Back in 2023 when it was $6. How do I know we're getting close? As you can see, this MACD is curling. We have divergence momentum happening. So you can see again, the price keeps going down, yet our momentum is shifting up. We have a curl coming. We are going to get a diamond here soon, okay? That is what I'm looking at. So when I see that this divergence is happening, this is curling, and the price is going down still, and we're in an undervalued situation on the weekly time frame, you're getting ready to buy. You can buy ahead of time if you want, if you think that's the move, or you can wait for the confirmation that momentum has flipped to bullish, and then you'll go ahead and you will see a run up happen. Okay. That is how I play it. If you wanted to, you can do monthly time frame also, which helps. These are just the bigger pictures to see monthly. Rarely get diamonds here, but this is just to see an ultimate big picture where we could go. And then the dashed red and green lines are your auto trend lines, AI generated trend lines, so you can follow. They do change based on whatever time frame you are on. If you are in a super bullish situation, you're like, I'm not sure if I want to get out yet. Maybe you're running into resistance and you want to go ahead and get a better timing. You can drop down to 2 hour. I do not trade 2 hour only. I wait till my daily time frame is in a buy zone or sell zone. As I see momentum shifting down, I'll flip into my 2 hour and try to get a better exit, because it will tell me a little ahead of time before the daily, right? Because there's more candles, more data going into this, that I can see, okay, there are some sells happening here. A daily could potentially be triggering as we do see this momentum now shifting down. So now I flip to the 2 hour. Same thing here. If you're looking to get into the buy opportunity, this was November 25th. Sorry, I'm talking fast, but I want to get this out of the way for you guys. November 25th. Where's November 25th? December, November. Down here. So when we got down here, here's November 25th. So as we saw on November 25th on the daily time frame, right, we're in the light green. The second I see a yellow and I see that we're getting closer and we haven't flipped yet, right? And we're almost going to cross. We can see it curling up. We can see this going down. And now we've entered a yellow or green zone or whatever zone you want to start looking. You can then flip to the 2 hour, right? And you can start seeing, here's November 25th, okay? Right in here, you could get into here, right? This trend line follows. It actually probably still touches there. You can get a better entry point than waiting until the 25th, because on the 2 hour, if you're here in time more the bottom, 51, yellow, 55. So you could have saved about $4 a share. Gets you a better entry point, but obviously there's more signals as a 2 hour is a little bit more touchy, okay? So if you just stick to the daily time frame, buy on those confirmations. Stay when you're above the bull line, one day, stick with the 1 day. Below the bull line, stick to the weekly time frame. All right. Trend lines, they work, okay? You can see the top, they hit some resistance. The slightly lighter dashed one is the historical trend line. See how this was hitting it, boom, and then we finally broke it. So then we created the most active trend line here, came down. Okay, we didn't go down to this bottom one again, so now this is our active trend line. So those are your previous ones. Even your previous trend lines can act as support and resistance, so you need to stay aware of where those are. But we broke through it, so I still have my eyes on the prize up here on this one, and then we can come back down. All right, that is what I'm seeing. Hopefully that wasn't too long. If you have any questions, please reach out, send me a message, ask it in Discord, join our community. Founders Club is limited spots, guys. I appreciate you guys' support. I'll see you guys in the next one.